God Day Soul Family. I harness elegant soul food. Here today with some dearly departed messages. Messages from heaven, talking to heaven. There's a lot of ways that our loved ones that have transitioned to the other side communicate with us. And if you're not intuitive, you will kind of miss it. But I'm sure as we go through these messages over time, that you'll hear something that resonates with you about the experiences that you're having, especially if you have been fearful about it, based on how death was translated to you early on in your life, or how young you were when you started to experience deaths of people that were close to you, or even some people are in their 40s have never had someone close to them transition. And so these messages will be for you, especially because the rawness of having that happen. So ways that you know that you're hearing from your spirit guides and your beloveds that have transitioned. I'll give you a perfect example. Wednesday. I kept on thinking about this one joke that happened between me and one of my transition beloved. She was 29 years old when she transitioned from stage 4 breast cancer, right? One day we were just sitting down, chilling, doing nothing, just sitting down. And she just looked at me. She looked at me, she was like, elegant. I say elegant, that's obviously not the name that she called me, but elegant. Yes. How come such and such don't ever such and such? And I was like, I'm not going there with you. Nope. I'm not getting in this conversation. It was a conversation about one of our elders. I was like, nope, not going there. And she was like, elegant. Do you know why? And she said the whole story again. I was just like, I'm not having this conversation with you. And she was like, well, you're older than me. I figured you knew and you would tell me. And I was like, I don't know. I don't have a clue. I don't know. And I thought about that like 4 times, literally 4 times before a 10:30 meeting that I had with somebody that lives in Alabama over Microsoft Teams, right? So this is somebody that I mentor at work, and asking her how things are going, what's new, and she's telling me a scenario in the workforce, in her office, between 2 departments that's trying to pull her into a job, right? She says the exact same scenario. Never had this conversation with this woman. Again, this is somebody that I mentor. And she said that there was somebody in the office and she just couldn't understand why this person never did the exact same thing that she was talking about. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, that is just such confirmation. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm probably telling stuff that's like too detailed or whatever. I was like, this is a safe place. It's our mentor-mentee relationship. It's a safe place. I'm like, but what's getting me is that I had an exact same scenario, exactly like that, happen in a conversation with one of my transition beloved, and it was verbatim. I said, I just take that as confirmation, and she said, confirmation that she was talking to you. And I said, yeah. Now, granted, I don't talk about this kind of stuff at work. That's not what they pay me to do on my job. And we've never had any spiritual or transition conversations, right? So I was like, that was definitely a sign. And as I've told you before, dreams are a sign. I'm helping you here. Dreams are a sign. So I'm helping you here. When you dream about your beloved ones, that's a real visit. So the card just came out. I'm helping you here. My dad is gone. I dreamed about my dad last week. And we were sitting down. I kind of forgot the surroundings of the conversation or even what I was saying. But I said something, and whatever I said, my dad looked straight in my face, and he was a mostly serious guy. He was a weekend warrior, so he was a very serious guy most of the time. Very loving, very straightforward, very affectionate, doting on my mom and I. He talked a little bit, but not a lot of bit. He was, mostly about the business during the week. But on the weekend, when he didn't have to work, he had a ball. And so, whatever it was I said, he looked me in my face and he looked serious, like. And I told my daughter when I woke up about it, and I said, I think whatever I said, he approved of. And he was letting me know that he approved of something I said. And I was like, I wish I knew what I said. But I had removed the context of everything else around the dream. And I was fixated on him because I don't dream about him that often. So, said all that to say, as we start doing more of these dearly departed videos, we'll be talking about signs, so you know. So, those are just two of the signs, and we'll get into more. So, let's hear some messages from our beloved. Some messages from my beloved. The first one we got is, I am helping you here. Know that our spirit guides are helping us here. Our transition loved ones are helping us here. Intercessory, for those of you that are Christians or have been Christians, intercessory prayers. How you would stand in the gap for people. And I've always said, just imagine our loved ones, they say, are at the right hand of God. So, they're with God. To be absent from the body, to be present with God. So they're with God. And they're just like her, him, that one. I know what they're going through. I experience what they're going through in that situation. Or I feel for them in that situation. And I want you to send warring angels and ministering angels around. And encamp around that person's heart and that person's life. And I want you to flip the circumstance. So, the first one you got is, I'm helping you here. I will always point you in the right direction. I have a new understanding. All right. I hope this message helps and blesses you. And stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for listening. Until next time. Peace, love, and bliss.